had to just stop. I got myself burned out. So I was doing too much. I was doing like a marketing course, being a participant on a marketing course, like really early in the mornings, and then I was going live, and then I was doing classes, and I was just filled up my time. I went so hard that my brain stopped working. And I thought, I need to stop. I need to give myself some time. And so I did that. So I'm being a little less rigid now, but I thought I'll just come on here to say hello. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. I've got my Christmas deck out, so let's get some cards out. I've just been for a walk on the beach. And let's get some cards out for the collective. Now, if anyone wants a reading in here, you can do that super chat or super sticker. Or if you're watching the replay, book yourself in on my website, behealing.com. I've got anything from one question readings to Zoom calls, 15-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute, to like full heal your inner child, progression, deep work. Now, we've got a Sinterklaas is out first. He's the Hierophant, I think. I've always got to figure these cards out. Wow. Google not working anymore? It's a Hierophant. Yeah, it's the Hierophant. Okay. So, Sinterklaas is the Hierophant. Let me try and remember that for next year. So the Hierophant is about long-term, seeing the long-term thing, vision, which we've got to do at the moment, right? Because life is difficult right now for a lot of us. Financially, we've got massive change going on, right? With the fall of capitalism, with the rise of AI taking over, the bots taking over. So I'm starting to put human content in the titles of my videos now, because I'm here, I'm a human, I'm not a bot. But yeah, it's getting very difficult. Well, the Hierophant says, or Sinterklaas here, he says, look, go long term, think of things long term. Of course, it was always going to be tricky as things fall apart, but it feels like it might speed up, you know, the fall, and then it speeds up. Next up, we've got the Three of Good Cheer. This is the Three of Cups. This is saying like being around other people, your friends, helping each other out. I mean, we've got to get back into that community kind of thing, right? When things aren't working on the global scale, on those bigger things, large reach, or you know, the biggest structures in the world that are falling apart right now, then we just got to look after us on our own, our friends, our communities, get back to real life, real human beings interacting with each other, helping each other out, serving each other, right? Loving each other. That's what it's about. And the last few days of this break that I've had, I've actually been getting inspiration. It always happens, right, in the breaks. The third book of the trilogy that the first two books are out. They're called The Orbital Reborn and The Orbital Initiation. And the third one is The Orbital Riddle. And I got the title after I'd written the first two books, but then I had to move house, and I told the guys, like, you can't keep on giving me this. I've got stuff to do in my life, and I'm in overwhelm. It's too much. I can't channel the next book just yet, and give me a break. And so they gave me a kind of a longer break than I was expecting. But yeah, in the last few days I've started getting information about that too, so perhaps this week, next week, for the next few weeks, I'll be channeling that book to bring that out. I might even be able to get it out before the end of the year. That'll be 3 books published in 1 year. Then we've got the Queen of Good Cheer. So you see there's a Queen of Cups, to receive. Receiving from community, right? So Sinterklaas says, think long term. Think long term. The Three of Good Cheer means community, the people around you. And the Queen of Good Cheer is about receiving. So allowing ourselves to receive. So if you have problems with receiving, with allowing others to do things for you and all of that kind of stuff, but asking for help, all of that kind of stuff, then you're going to get that exercised. Let's get some of these tarot cards out. So tell us more about this Sinterklaas, please. Sinterklaas. These are cards for the collective. If anyone, say hello. You're watching me, say hello. Where are you watching from? You will need to be a subscriber to my channel for at least a minute to say hello. But yeah, if you want a personal reading while I'm on here, then just click that super chat sticker. Super chat sticker. Super chat or super sticker. Ask away. I will be getting cards out for everyone that sticks around from this secret manifestation cards toward the end of the show, so stick around for that. Sinterklaas, why are you here, please? I just want to get deeper into what they're saying here. Okay, Sinterklaas says, think long term. The 8 of Needles is dark in here. It doesn't look dark to you, but it is dark to me. 8 of Needles. So this is a belief that is entrapping us. Something about long term. And then the King of Presents, about mastering money, about mastering the material world. So we've got beliefs about the material world that is hindering us. Yes, I mean, we've all been brought up in this material capitalist paradigm, right? And it's hard not to judge ourselves based on that. But when the system breaks, like it's doing right now, and it's falling apart, we've got to stop judging ourselves based on that. In other words, judging ourselves based on what we've accomplished or what we've managed to build for ourselves and all of that kind of stuff, right? What we've managed to hoard. Which is what it is really, isn't it? Capitalism is like hoarding. It's hoarding for ourselves in competition with each other. Who can hoard the most? And hoarding, it's not a mentally, you don't see any other animals doing it, right? Perhaps squirrels, but not in that same way, right? So it is actually mental health problem. So as we're extricating ourselves from these systems, we first of all, that 8 of Needles is saying, the 8 of Swords, we've got a belief about it that we need to unravel ourselves from. And it could be judging ourselves based on the capitalist system. Because let's face it, the majority of people don't play capitalism very well. We can't. That's what capitalism is about. Only a few people can play it well. The rest have to be the losers in the system, right? So let's not beat ourselves up for becoming the losers in the system, which perhaps we felt we've managed to play okay. Keep ourselves going within it. Well, not anymore. 3 of Good Cheer. So, community. It's all about community. And the 7 of Potions, 7 of Cups, and our choices within that as well. So always choosing from love. Always choosing to have our heart light on. Choosing to love those around us. Not getting all miserly for Christmas with those people around us. So being with our community, loving our community, serving our community, helping people out, letting other people help you. Well, we'll get to that because we've got the Queen of Cups next. And so it's about our choices, and it might seem confusing when the 7 comes out, 7 of Cups comes out in those choices, how to serve your community, how to help others, how to ask for the help that you need at the moment. It struck me, it's so divisive, right, social media. I've hardly been on it in the last few days, and I feel so much better for it. Because it's so divisive, right? The algorithms, they tend toward the hate stuff and the divisive stuff. And it made me realize it takes us out of our hearts, right? That's what they're doing. You see, when we're in our heart energy, when we're in our love energy, and we're sharing and we're caring for each other and all of that, then we manifest really easily, yeah? Things work beautifully. We're in the flow. We're supported by the whole universe when we do that. Whatever pulls us out of that heart energy gets us out of the flow, out of all of that great energy, right? Not just out of the great energy, but the results from it, of everything working out, of being in the flow, of getting the guidance through, of the manifestations. So we have social media, but it's just trying to get us out of our hearts and into this division, pull us away from that loving energy. We're not going to cave into it, right? Whatever you can do right now to be in your heart, well, that's what are the core tenets of this new book. Queen of Good Cheer is next, and receiving. The dog's screaming across the road again. Every morning. It screams to go out or something. We've got the Magician here. Oh, to manifest. Interesting. So, the Magician has come out with the Queen of Cups. Well, the Queen of Good Cheer. Well, that means when we open to receive, we will manifest. Right, and compare that. So the Queen of Good Cheer is about the feminine energy receiving. And we haven't had that, right? We haven't been in an environment where that is happening. We've been in an environment where the woman is kind of the slave, right? And so having to do it all and still not being rewarded for it. Doing so much, being in the masculine and the feminine, still not getting rewarded for it. And so, yeah, we've been taught not to receive, right? We've been taught often that it's not safe to receive as well. And when we have received from those that have got their own issues going on, they throw it in our face. You know, they throw it in our face, or after all I've done for you, the resentment that comes with someone that gives when they aren't coming from that clean place. So a lot of the times, and let's face it, by far the majority of men, it's not safe to receive from them. There's strings attached to it. It becomes more of a giving thing if we allow ourselves to receive from them. And so, yeah, we've got a lot to work through within that in order to open up those receiving channels and let it be clean. And the guides have often said to me, look, you can't receive from the systems that are born of evil. You can't receive from these controlling types. You can't receive from those people that don't have empathy, right? And that's majority of the systems that we've got now are in that energy. And so we have to receive from each other, from the good ones, from the empaths, from the people with empathy. I mean, not don't just receive from like tarot readers. No, from the people with empathy, with people with good hearts. And so switching that heart light on is going to help us to receive from the right people. Okay, strong message. Let's get some of these, or one of these out. Where are you watching from? Who's watching? Say hello. And if you would like a reading, I'll pull some cards out for you. Just do the super chat thing, or you can book yourself in and have a private one on my website, behealing.com. Yang is the giving energy, right? Giving. It feels like the more that we give at the moment, there's the least. It's just like nothing works at the moment. Nothing works. Everything is falling apart. Nothing works at the moment. That's what I realized. Like I was giving so much, and then I crashed. I had the whole adrenal crash thing going on. I was just doing so much. I was doing like a marketing course, early morning, like 5 a.m. and then going live at 7 a.m. here, and then doing these classes in my Facebook group too, and then administering all of that. There's a lot of work that goes on behind that. And I just crashed. I was supposed to be doing the first of the paid classes yesterday. I just couldn't. I had to rearrange it. I'm like, there's no way I'm in a fit state to do that. When your brain stops working completely because you got too much on. I couldn't find words. I was writing things down wrong. I was booking people in for the gym wrong. I'm like, okay, I need to stop. And so if you find yourself trying to give more in order to prove, this reading is saying, like, no, it's the opposite way around, in fact, but we do need to extricate ourselves from all of these beliefs where we have been giving too much, doing too much for other people, rather than being in the community of the givers and sharing amongst ourselves. Which seems to be where we're being led to now. Let's get some of these cards out. So if this is resonating with you, say hello. Say how it's resonating with you. You've got unhooking the past. So these aren't just systems that fall. We need to unhook ourselves from it, right? We've got beliefs that are all entrenched in these systems. Capitalism especially, right? And the giving and receiving and all of that. And having to prove ourselves and do even more in order to get something. That's not the way it should be. Because nature is abundant, right? And we all deserve that abundance. Sure, we need to do things to help our community to be a part of that, but not the amount that we have been doing. The amount that we have been doing is so that a few people at the top can get rich. And the guys are saying, yeah, and we've been feeding into a system too. So these systems and their administration have been so corrupt. They've been taking a load of that money too. So it's not even us all working super hard for those few at the top. There's all of the, I will take my bit of it too in the middle, right? Interesting messages coming through about the things that have been claimed and owned by the evil ones. When I say evil, I mean controlling. I mean, no, they have actually got entities attached to them, causing them to do these things as well. So you get into that negativity and you decide to do something just selfishly for yourself. Those negative entities attach themselves to you. Just like when you're doing positive things, when you're trying to help people and you're staying in the love energy, you get the positive entities attached to you and helping you. It's exactly the same thing. But those evil ones have created these, they've claimed, so they're like, oh, yes, we'll use money for ourselves, right? And yeah, we'll use AI for ourselves and what we want to do in our agenda. And we will use medicine for what we want to do. We'll own that. We'll claim ownership of it and we'll use it for what we want to do, right? And those things in and of themselves are not evil. But the evil ones have claimed it. They do it so very well. The evil ones, they manifest so very well because they do this. Because they claim things for themselves, right? And the good people need to do that too, right? And so with your heart switched on, claiming money. I claim money to do good with it. Yeah? Pharmaceuticals, not pharmaceuticals, but medicine. I claim medicine to do good with it, to help people out. AI, I claim AI to do good with it, right? There's a level of ownership, stepping up, that people with their heart open need to do now, to actually claim that, rather than think that there's the systems or the tools within it are evil, just because the evil one said, I'll use that. No, the tool isn't. It's them, right? It's always the human being behind it, right? And this says, there's nothing to regret when I learn from my past. So the guides are saying, look, this isn't just about everyone else. This isn't just about, if the evil ones just went away or they just stop it. No, this is about us and how we've played into it too. This is about us and our beliefs and our going along with it. Or this is us and our rejection of the tools that we could have used for good, that we decided not to. We're like, oh, we'll let them take the tools. Like, man, think about that. So the good-hearted people have said, oh, the evil ones have claimed those tools. I'm going to call the tools evil too, and then just allow them to use them and like unchecked, with no opposing energy, with no, actually we'll use that for good. Thank you very much. Right? And so we have been a part of it, is what the guides are saying here. And embracing worthiness comes out. Interesting, right? I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Here's the thing. If we can just sort it out in our minds and open our hearts and claim these things and say, actually, I will do good with all of these tools for my community, for myself, and for my community, not forgetting self-love, right? Feeling worthy, the magician, the manifestation. We're way more powerful. Here's the thing, good is way more powerful because source is good. It's way more powerful. But we acquiesce, the good people acquiesce and go, I can't compete with those ones, We shouldn't acquiesce, is what this reading is saying. The coffee is good this morning, and there's a truck outside. Let's get some of these out. Who's watching? I can't see because I've got my viewfinder in front of it. Hello, everybody. There are people watching, you're just being silent. Shh. Don't tell anyone you're watching. Don't tell me you're watching. We've got the nectar next, which is really cute because yesterday I got myself a card out if you're in our Facebook group, there's a link in the live chat there. Yesterday's little prompt was to get a card out, and I got a card out, and it was Treasure Island, which is about abundance, right? And then I'm like, I don't want to put that card away. I want to still be reminded of that. And so I got myself another card today, and it's Milk and Honey, which is really similar, right? It's all the good things in life. And so, like, wow, my guide's saying, enjoy all the good stuff, enjoy all the good stuff. Don't stress about what isn't working at the moment. Just enjoy the good stuff. That's in the flow, right? Opening our hearts. What the hell? Is that as noisy for you as it is for me? What is it? There's some heavy machinery going on out there. So the nectar comes out. Very similar energy. The good stuff. Notice the good stuff. Don't stress about the bad stuff. Get off social media, because that'll have you in hate, division. That'll have you out of your heart. That's what they're doing. They don't want us to be powerful. They want to take our power, our humanity and our power away from us by getting us out of our hearts. And so that's why they have taken over the media, because they want to control our minds. They want to control our mindset. They don't want us to be in our hearts, because we're way more powerful than when we're in our hearts. So this is saying in the nectar, just go about your life, enjoying the good stuff and getting your heart and loving things and loving the people around you. Ignore what else is going on. Not because you don't need to be informed or anything like that, but they're doing it on purpose. The media is doing it on purpose to try and get you out of your power. It's hanging on by a thread. You're hanging on in there. Your power is hanging on in there. We're being supported. We're being reminded. That's what this reading is about, right? We're being reminded. I come on early in the morning to try and preempt the building noise that's around me. I've had to go to the cafe to read in the last few days, because this building right next door to me there, this building right across the road, is so noisy. And it's like grating. That constant noise. Ugh. So, focusing on the good stuff, that'll get you in the flow. We're hanging on by a thread. I can't see it because it's behind the trees. Apocalypse. Da da da. Apocalypse is about, not about the apocalypse. Although, do you all watch Stephen Burns? He's got an amazing channel where he talks about space weather and stuff. He did his yesterday's show. He's on there pretty much every day. Yesterday's show was about 3i Atlas and what he knows about that, what's been found out about that. And it turns out that there is everything that is needed for life on 3i Atlas. So water, protein, elements that are magnetic, which is required for life on a planet. There needs to be magnetic. There needs to be like gravity and magnetic stuff going on for life to happen. And so it's got all of that, and it's like, oh, interesting. So this thing's flying around that could seed a new planet, or like crash into a planet to seed life on that planet. Interesting, because it went past the sun, and when it went behind the sun, the closest bit to the sun, it got brighter and it started shooting out these jets. Did everyone see like the pictures of that? Like NASA wouldn't show us. NASA just showed us a fluffy blob, right? It's like, don't let them see what's going on. But there was there's a load of AI rubbish out there about that. I'm not talking about that. The true stuff. Stefan Burns only delivers the true stuff. And there's these jets coming from it in all different directions, some of them forwards in different angles and some of them behind. Anyway, early next year the Earth it's orbiting right through where it jetted all that stuff out. Interesting, huh? That's early next year. The guides keep on telling me something about around 21st of December. So let's get ready for it. We're going to be doing a portal, getting ready. a Psychic Portal Challenge for 5 days, getting ready for that portal. We're starting on the 17th, so join my Facebook group. That's where we'll be doing it in there. You can sign up as well on my website, behealing.com/portal. Let me put that in. Wow, that's noisy, isn't it? Portal. You can sign yourself up on there too. Okay, so who wants a card from this deck? Not from this deck. So clear message this morning. Let's try and stay in our hearts, noticing the things, the people, the messages, the social media that is trying to get us out of our hearts. Notice the patterning that gets us focused on the things that we should be worried about instead of the lovely things that are happening in our lives. He wants a manifestation card. It's The Secret Manifestation Cards by Rhonda Byrne. Well, I guess that they're delivering something big to the building site. It sounds like a crane or something. They've been gutting this place, knocking all the walls. It's just like a shell of what it was before, a shell of the house that it was before. It's wild. So I'm getting myself one out. I always like to have one of these out. What do I need to know? Yes, it's that one. Okay. Would anyone else like one of these cards? Say hello if you do. I've got, don't try to control negative thoughts. Yeah. I mean, this is what my guides are saying to me, like what's been said in that reading today, is to just have a nice time, do nice things, you know? Stop struggling to try and make things work that aren't working anymore. Just have a nice time. Don't try and control negative thoughts, right? I've noticed that whenever I open social media, it gets me into negative thoughts. So, like, don't open social media. Don't worry one bit about them. All you have to do is deliberately think as many good thoughts as you can each day by doing nice things and being in the flow and loving people and being around those that you love and all of that kind of stuff. And they'll cancel out any negative thoughts. Practice this daily, and in a short time, you'll have completely retrained your mind to consistently generate positive thoughts. So let's get ourselves into positivity and heart open. Thanks all of you silent ones who have joined me today. It's been a bit weird, I've got to be honest, but there you go, you're allowed. Yay for human content. Type yay for human content, because AI is taking over this industry, and it's kind of scary for us that have been in this industry for a very long time. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you when I see you next time, probably next week sometime.